life, bitches. I'm still making videos. Last video really blew up. It was the first video that got over 1K views in 24 hours, so it must have meant something. Maybe it's just the algorithm. Maybe the algorithm is trying to tell you something. Not just from views alone, based on the comments that I read on the last video, it's something that you guys care about. So maybe this is a topic that hits home for a lot of you guys. You might have trouble finding a genuine relationship. Maybe you have issues with trust and intimacy. Whatever it is, this topic hits home for a lot of you guys, and I know this based on the comments that I've been reading. I guess now you guys want to know what does it feel like to do it for the first time. As crude as it might sound, this is something that needs to be talked about. I truly think that the more people talk about this openly, you know, when you talk about something to the point of redundance, it loses its significance. Likewise, in the incel, the black pill community, a lot of emphasis is being placed upon sex and intimacy, about losing your virginity, about getting sex. And I believe that the more people talk about this, the less it will become such a big deal. So what? You've never had sex in your whole 20 years of being on this earth. Big deal. I know a lot of you will have some anxiety going about this. You might be asking yourself, what if I'm gonna make it to 30, 40, 50, 60 without ever losing your virginity? And I'm telling you, it's not that big of a deal, and it's nothing magical, really. You're not really missing out on a lot of things in this life. Look around you, man. There are lots of things that you can do with your life. It's not just sex. There are only so many ways you can move your dick. So many ways a girl can move her pussy, and hopping on your dick, sucking your dick, caressing your balls, touching your genitalia. There are only so many ways a woman can touch your dick and make you feel good. I don't know why am I saying like this. This is not me at all. This is not how I talk in real life. But for the sake of dumbing this down, for the sake of making this less of a big deal as it actually is, I'm gonna tell you how it happened. So, you watched my last video, you know how I sort of said that I used her. Well, I did use her. I did manipulate her. I did prey upon her insecurities. And if you happen to watch this video, I'm sorry. I've been a terrible person. I would say don't even have sex if you're not gonna see a future with this woman. Or at least wear a condom. Because you know what I said yesterday? I said I want to have a child one day. A woman who's been abused her whole life, who has trust issues with men. And then you say this sort of things. You're sort of hinting to her that you want to start a family with her. And we didn't wear a condom. Partly because I was not expecting this to go down. Partly because she wanted to have a child. And I know this is dumb, and I've learned this in high school. I've learned this in sex ed, to not be silly, wrap your willy. But yeah, I pulled out. You know, I've never had sex before. I've learned everything from porn. It's not like porn, man. It's not like you just go behind the girl and I don't know. I'm glad that she knows this, and we actually were communicating throughout this whole thing, and we sort of asked each other if this feel good or if I should touch her a certain way. She likes being tickled. I don't like being tickled. Those sorts of things. I think you should talk to your partner. If you're gonna have sex, just talk to her and find out what turns each of you on. What am I even talking about? This is my first time having sex. I cannot be educating anyone. But yeah, that's basically what happened. You talk to each other and you ask each other if this feel good, and if they want to try this, if they want to be on the bottom, if they want to be on top, if they want to lie sideways, and you, I don't know what the position called. I just sort of told her, how about you you stay at the bottom and I go on top, those sorts of things. And yeah, and when you touch her, ask her if she likes being touched like this, if you like being tickled, if you like biting or choking. I realize there are other things out there, and I've experienced it, and that's it for me. That's it. I'm done. Time to move on. Time to do other things. She actually messaged me this morning as well, but like I can tell she doesn't have a lot of texting game. Sometimes I think girls have it easy. All they have to do is send some sort of emoji, and they think that will make the guy go crazy. And I've been on the other side. I've been the person to send messages. So when I get these sort of messages from her, I feel like we boys have everything in dating much harder. We gotta craft our messages and really try to say something intelligent. Meanwhile, girls can just send us a picture, send us an emoji, and that's it. There's no effort required. I didn't reply back to her. I know I should. I know I should not lead her on and tell her, look, we're not gonna date. We're just gonna be friends or whatever. And I still cannot do that. I don't know why, but it takes so much. It takes so much for me to say this because I'm afraid of hurting people. But I guess at some point I cannot procrastinate any further, and I will need to really say this to her because I know how it feels to not have any closure when people just straight up out of the blue just completely ignore you and never say a word again. And I know how that feels. I know how shitty it feels and how alone a person can feel when someone whom they thought they share something together just suddenly cut them out of their life. And sooner or later I know I have to do this uncomfortable thing. But anyways guys, that's it for today. I thought I might give you guys an update, and this is the last time I'm going to be talking about this. And I know it resonates with a lot of you guys being in the incel community and all. Well, I don't even want to talk about sex and relationships anymore. That's it guys. If you're still watching to this end, I hope your day has been extremely fulfilling and you did something that makes you feel happy. Stay strong as always, and God bless, and I'll see you next time. Peace.